And welcome to another episode of the While You Were Sleeping podcast. I am your host, Tyrell James. Today I got a special guest with me, Lady C, aka Lyric. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so we've already done the Rorschach Test podcast.
Yep.
And on that podcast, you use your conscious mind to look at pictures and tell me what it is that you see. So now we're going to tap into your unconscious mind. We're going to talk about dreams. Okay.
All
So
right.
I'm going to ask you to share three dreams with me. Well, between 2 to 3 dreams, we'll see. Depending on how long it takes me to get it all out, get all my dream
Interpretation.
analyzations, yeah, interpretations. At least 2 dreams, maybe three. We'll see. Unless
Okay.
unless the first dream just really just grows legs and we start tapping into different
Oh
parts of
God.
the life, whatever. We'll see
You
where
don't
it
know
goes.
what might happen with my dreams.
So, much like on the Rorschach Test podcast, I got my pen, I got my pad. I'm going to be sitting here taking notes. And what I'm going to do is, after you finish telling me your dreams, I'm going to link it to exactly what it is that you do, your passions, and who you are as a person. So for anybody who may have missed the Rorschach Test podcast, just please let everybody know exactly who is Lady C.
Lady C is an artist, an entertainer, a writer. I am a publisher of music. I'm an independent artist, so I definitely do everything independently. And I am a music curator and lover of other independent music and artists. So I'm just an all around lover of music. I promote it, I make it, I create it, I perform it. In fact, I'm performing on December 17th. So if you want to see me live, come out to Golf Ultra Lounge. Visit me on my website. There's links in my bios to buy tickets to all the shows I will be at. So make sure you come check me out. Listen to my music and all that.
And when we end, I want you to say all that information again so that people can,
Gladly.
so they can get it. And then you can put Instagram. You're going to do everything that you need to do all the promotion that you need to do at the
Exactly.
end. So just in case you spoke too fast for them to write it down, we're letting everybody know it's going to happen again so you can get your pens and or your phones, whatever, so that you can be ready when she gives this information.
Right.
Okay. So let's start with your let's get to your first dream.
Oh, Lord.
So I want you to share a dream with me that has had some sort of significant impact on your life, and this could have been at any point in your life. I mean, from
Okay.
childhood,
I'm ready.
adolescence, adulthood.
I got this one dream. I'm already ready. I was ready,
All right.
because I've been thinking about it.
Okay. Cool.
So I really didn't have to think about this though, because this dream just never left me. And
Hmm.
it's like I had this dream when I was 4.
Okay.
And I will never forget because it was my birthday. I was dressed up. I had on this little pretty, party dress, and I was tired. So I went to take a nap. I laid down in my room, and I was just laying there. And I remember thinking, I wanted to know what I would be like when I got older. And then I tried to like make myself go to sleep, and I closed my eyes, and like I was just trying to imagine it because I just wanted to picture it so bad. So I was like trying to use my imagination to just kind of like see what I would look like and what I would be like, and things like that. And I was just trying to picture myself. And then I ended up falling asleep. And I remember when my dream started, I was in my elementary school, which at the time was Draper Elementary, and I was in the bottom part, and we had like this cafeteria in the bottom, and it was like a long hall that led to the cafeteria, and I would remember it always smelled like ammonia. Like they will always be cleaning for some reason while we were on our way to lunch with fucking ammonia. Like what the like that's the only place I ever remember smelling ammonia in my life, like is in school. So we would be on our way to lunch, and we would smell this ammonia in the hall, and they would be mopping and shit. And I would just like remember that. So when I was in the dream, we were coming down that hall, and we were like headed to the lunch area, but I was by myself. And I just came in that little back door, like the side door from the school, and I came right in and came down, and I was walking towards the cafeteria. And then I remember I just turned into like the older, like I was just all of a sudden me as an adult. And I didn't know what I was supposed to look like or anything, but I just remember I thought that I was like, pretty, of course. I was like, oh, I look good. Like I had on a red dress. I was like trying to be, sexy in my vision. So
Okay.
I don't know, like I envisioned this like older version of me. Like I was dressed up and I had like everything. Like I looked like a grown woman. And I was like walking into this cafeteria area. And then I remember like the devil appeared and he just started chasing me. And I was so scared. And I was just like trying to wake up at that point, but I couldn't wake up. And it's just like I wouldn't wake up. Like my body was still. And then it's like I tried so bad to get up. And then I opened my eyes finally, but my eyes wouldn't move. And I just was looking around. I remember looking around my room and I was trying to scream because I just wanted somebody to help me out of this dream. But it just wouldn't let me wake up. Like I couldn't get up. And it seemed like forever to just like be able to move. And once I finally got up, like I remember I was scared to go back to sleep for like days. Like I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to go to sleep anymore. Like I was like, I don't want to dream about my future anymore. Like I don't want to see like like that shit was scary. Like I don't know what the fuck that was, but I don't know if it was like sleep paralysis or what, but I was so frightened to go back to bed because I couldn't get up. Like I was powerless in waking up. And it was just like I didn't like that. But that's the first dream I ever remember having.
Okay. All right. So, so you were 4 years old. You had just turned 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that you remember that dream from
I
that
know,
age.
but I only remember because of how much trauma was involved. Like I was so scared and I couldn't wake up, And I just thought that it was because of what I was dreaming about. Like, I was like, is the devil trying to take me? Like, what the hell is happening? Like, like I was just like, I'm never dreaming about that again. Like, I don't want to envision my future. Like, I don't want to see it. Like, I remember saying that. Like, that's crazy.
So, it's interesting. When I was, I remember a dream from when I was 5 years old. So, I understand. I could have even been 4. I don't remember, but it was around that time though. So
Wow.
I do. And it was a scary dream for me as well. So I get it. I get what you're saying. So okay, so it was your birthday party. You said you had on your night. You had your party dress on.
Right. And it was actually a little white, like, one of those little flowy dresses that have like the little puffiness to it,
Okay.
It had like some little white lace on it, and it was like purple underneath, like a little lavender purple or something. It was like a little party dress,
Okay. So, all right. As a child, there's this innocence, this purity that comes with children. In addition to that purity that comes with being a child, you were wearing a white dress. That's also like a symbol of purity as well. That white dress. You think angels, something angelic, but you definitely think purity. You said you went to lay down and you were thinking about your future. You were trying to imagine what you were going to look like when you got older. You fell into this dream. So while you were in this dream, you dreamed that you were walking down the hallway at school. You smelled this ammonia. When you smelled the ammonia at school, did it make you feel a certain way?
I remember thinking it smelled good.
Okay. Okay. Well, all right, cool. Well, that works. That works. So the thing is, you're walking down this hall. You're smelling ammonia, and it smells good for some strange reason. But you're on your way to the cafeteria,
right,
to eat. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this hallway seems like it's symbolic of a journey that you're taking, because now you're sitting there, you're thinking about adulthood and what it's going to be like, to be an adult. So you're taking a journey. You're taking a journey. You're walking down this hallway. You're smelling ammonia for whatever reason, and at the end of this journey is the cafeteria. But a lot of times we equate eating. We always say, like, in our culture, we like, man, I'm trying to eat. you know, but
Yeah.
that's symbolic of becoming successful, right?
Right. I'm
So
on a journey to eat.
exactly, you're taking this journey, this ammonia smelling journey to to get to a place of success where you can eat.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not going to be so easy to get there because there are going to be things to try to stop you. Because this right here, you know, when we look at that angelic, beautiful little girl that's just pure and innocent, it's a gift from God. That's something that's godly right there. So this is God's work right here. But in order for, you know, the thing is, you know, you're on your way, you're on this path or whatever. So now the devil comes and tries to derail it.
He literally met me at the door. Like,
Exactly. He
it's
met
like
you
as
right
soon
there
as
at
I
the
got
door.
to the door, he just appeared and shit. Like,
Exactly.
what the fuck is that?
Yep. And essentially he's trying to scare you out of your you know, off of your path. Off of your path. What it seems to me is that this dream was bigger than just a dream. This dream was actually the devil's introduction to you and
Wow.
trying to stop you from becoming successful.
Wow.
He showed up at an early age. He
Damn.
showed up when you were 4 because he knew the path that God had planned for you.
Jeez.
So he had to come and try to derail you at an early age. He tried to come in there and plant seeds. So what you were doing, you laid down and tried to plant seeds in your own mind of what it was
Right.
going to be like when you were an adult. So then you fall asleep, and as you fall asleep, you no longer have control of your thoughts. So this is
Mm-hmm.
when the devil is able to come in there and now take control and plant his own seeds to
Wow.
let you know this isn't going to be as easy as you think it is.
Hmm.
So now he has to try to come in a way where let me see, how do I want to put this? You're in a red dress. You said you were in your red dress and you were feeling sexy. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
said you look sexy, and
Right.
as an adult, that's what you saw as,
Yes.
you know, a sexy woman in a red dress. But there is a lot of devilish shit that comes with that.
Yeah.
Not because of you, but because of how people are going to view you, or because of the devils, you know,
Mm.
the devils that are going to be around and trying to, ironically, you're wearing a red shirt, by the way, but
I know. I was
um,
just gonna say. Oh God. Well, let's say,
um,
bitch, stop playing with me, devil.
hey, but look, you're still sending messages to Satan, like, you stop playing with me. So, but um, so that's what it seems like what's happening in this dream. I didn't want to link this particular dream to one particular aspect of your life as far as your careers are concerned, because this is really everything in totality. This
Hmm.
is your success, period. This is about you being on this journey on your way to go eat,
Right.
and then Satan coming in and trying to derail that. Now here's the great news about him doing this at such an early age. What that means is that God has a huge plan for you, a huge
Oh.
plan for you, and He is petrified. He's scared to death. He doesn't want you to get to that point. So He has to come in at an early age and start trying to plant those seeds to try to derail you. And like, so you know you but clearly you've won this. You've won this you on this journey right now.
Right.
And even though you haven't reached your definition of success on a major level, you've had success after success after success after success because you've been eating this whole time.
That's true.
You've been eating this whole time. No matter what Satan has thrown at you, you have
I
been
keep
eating.
eating.
And you keep moving down
I'd
this
be like,
hallway.
Satan, bitch, stop playing with me.
Exactly. So you keep moving down this hallway, you keep on this journey, you keep eating, and you keep smelling your ammonia. So, I mean,
I'm gonna
so
ignore the ammonia and just keep moving.
exactly. Well, you like the ammonia smell, so I mean,
I
you ain't got to
know.
ignore it.
I don't know what that was about. I haven't smelled it since then, and I heard it's bad, so I don't try to intentionally ever
You
smell it
know what?
again. But
You
yeah,
know what's funny? I remember smelling that smell too at school, and
Really?
it was always in the hallway. But the strange thing about what you're saying is I don't ever remember smelling that particular smell any other time other than in schools, whether
Oh
it was
my
my
God,
elementary
they were
school or
probably
other
trying to
schools.
poison us.
Probably. I think it
That's
worked.
really terrible. They definitely didn't care about the toxicity. And I remember seeing videos after that, like when I grown, a little bit, just not even an adult, but just like a little older. And I'd be
Uh-huh.
like, seeing videos about how if you stand around pneumonia and mix it with bleach or something, you would pass out and die or some shit.
Right.
And it's like, these motherfuckers always using that. Like, are they trying to kill us? What the hell's going on here? That's kind of weird. I don't know. I thought that was unique to just my childhood. And you saying you smelled ammonia in the school in your halls. They must have been doing this universally. They just had it in all our schools, just mopping floors with ammonia and bleach and probably trying to kill these little kids. Why we was crazy. They want to know why we was crazy.
Yo, my school, it was a private school, but it was in the middle of the hood.
Where was it?
In DC, Nanny Helen Burroughs.
Yeah, you had them ammonia floors too.
Yo, it was an incredible school.
Had ammonia on their floors.
Look, it was an incredible school, but we had rats. I think they were in there trying to kill the rats with the ammonia smells.
They taught us pride. That's where I seen the Malcolm X movie. That's where they took us to the movie theater to see the Martin Luther King assassination movie. Like we used to sing "Lift Every Voice" and sing every morning in assemblies.
Yep.
Like they taught me stuff. Okay.
Right. Because we never sang the national anthem. It was always "Lift Every Voice."
We always sing "Lift Every Voice." Okay, I came to Maryland schools and was like, what is this shit? Singing to the Star Spangled Banners and stuff now.
Right.
People sing "Lift Every Voice" every morning. What is that? Then we used to play "The Children Are the Future" after that. They were like, I believe the children are the future. Every assembly, they'd play that joint and had the pictures just going past. It'd be so beautiful. We just be sitting there looking all proud. Like, yep, we are the future. Like,
so okay. For real. Yeah. So okay. All right. Let's move on to your next dream.
Okay.
By the way, I normally do this podcast in 30 minutes or less. But I think because I'm changing my format, I used to talk about daydreams and dreams and aspirations, but I don't want to talk about that stuff anymore. I only want to deal with dreams now. So, I'm trying to figure out whether or not I'm still going to do this in just 30 minutes or less. It's definitely not going to be anywhere near as long as the Rorschach Test podcast, but I'm in the experimental stage. So you're a part of the experiment. Everybody is watching me experiment in real time right now. So, but I love that kind of pressure though, because pressure makes diamonds. So let's shine. Hey. All right. So tell me about another dream.
Okay. So this is a more recent dream and it was weird. It was like, you know how the settings just keep changing. Like, I don't know. We were in some building. It seemed like an apartment building. And then we were like going around trying to get out of it. And then like random people I knew kept showing up. Like 1 minute it was just me. Then it would like be my sister was there. And like one of my friends and my cousins. And, like, I don't know. I would see like my daughter and my nieces all of a sudden. And like we're all running, trying to like run from these ghosts or something. It was like these ghosts were chasing everybody. And I was just like, we couldn't get out. It was like everywhere we went, they were like still coming after us. Like I was just so tired of running. And I remember I was just like, fuck this. And I turned around and just like screamed real loud. I was like, ah! And then like the ghosts like disappeared. Like my voice like went through them and like they like dissipated and shit. And I just woke up. But when I woke up, like I was actively screaming. Like I was like, ah! I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that was like a more recent one. I don't know what the hell that was about though.
Okay. All right. So settings kept changing. You were trying to escape. Random people kept showing up. Most of these people were family?
Yeah. Close
Okay, so the
up, and
people
like one of
closest
my
to you.
friends, like my friend Blue, she was in it.
Okay, so the people that are closest to you then.
Right. Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Um, how recent did you? How recent was this dream?
No more than a few weeks ago.
Was there anything going on in your life at the time that you had this dream?
There's always some shit going on in my life. Every single moment, there's always something. Every
Was
single moment, seriously.
anything that you care to share?
I don't really remember because I'm always going through everything. Like,
Okay.
this whole last month, I was going through shit with my car. Like, oh my God, it's like the weirdest thing you would ever know. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was having issues with my car. Like, my check engine light came on the day before my birthday, on the day of my birthday party. So
Mm-hmm.
I pulled my car back in the parking lot and I called my insurance company and had them to tow my car to the car repair. But these idiots towed my car to the wrong place. And then they left the keys in the car. And they left it in like an abandoned parking lot, like across the street from the repair shop, or like a little bit across from it. And this was like just so happened to be a lot where they impound cars if they're not you know what I'm saying, like supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be there and shit. So they basically impounded my car, and it was so crazy because I have an account with the place that I was getting the repairs done at. So I called them in advance and told them it was on the way so they could receive it and shit. And they were like, I guess put me in the system when I did that. So they like thought my car was in there. So like
Mm-hmm.
for 3 days, I'm calling and checking and shit. And they like, yeah, we ain't get to that yet. Like, it's in the system. Well, we ain't get to your car. And I'm just like, can you tell me where it is? Like, can you like who's working on it or whatever? Like, what do you mean you get to it? You said this 3 days ago. So they finally tell me they don't even see the car. They don't have the car. And they're like, oh, we don't even have your car here. I'm like, what? What you mean? So I end up finding out that my car was impounded 3 days before that. It's in the
Mm.
impound lot. I have to pay all the extra fees and shit for sitting there. Because basically, if I didn't, then my car loan would have been revoked because they think that my shit just impounded and I know. And like, I'm like, it's all over the place. You feel me? It's like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I caught everything right in time. I got the shit together. I made them reimburse me, the insurance company or whatever, for the shit that I had to pay to get it out. They finally towed it to the right place, which took them like days because they're
Mm-hmm.
very incompetent, and whoever they tow, company is just like really ridiculous. So
Right.
I ended up having the fucking impound lot tow it instead, and they like developed a contract with the insurance company to do it themselves because they even realized how incompetent the fucking tow truck company that they had was. And I was just like, you know what? I don't want my car getting towed to the wrong place again. Can you just do it yourself? Because we developed a whole relationship. Like they got me making friends with people at all these places and shit because they like feeling my pain and trying to help me through it. And me and Sandy cool now. We like this. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, girl, you want me to do some promo for the impound lot or what? Like seriously, like that's ridiculous. So I mean, it's a blessing comes out of all of it, but it's always some shit that's going on. Like I
Mm-hmm.
deal with so many incompetent people. It's just like I need to get away from this area because
Right.
it's like ridiculous. The amount of mistakes that happen just from people not doing things that are very simple.
Okay. So tell me this: was anything going on in your career that was stressful at the time that you were that you
You
at the
know
time that you
what?
had this dream?
Yes, but I don't know if I can really speak. I'm gonna just give a summary. I had a song that I was trying to put out,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody that didn't want it to come out because they felt like I should have been doing music with them, try to stop it from happening. So I was very upset about that, and maybe that might have been like one of the hiccups because I was ready to just go with that song, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that really did piss me off. So yeah.
Okay.
But
So
like that's why I don't really deal with family and shit like that when it comes to stuff like that, because it was just like it was like some you know yeah,
the person was family.
you basically.
Okay. Okay. So you said the scene kept changing. Um, the scene kept changing. Your environment kept changing. Your atmosphere keeps changing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put this together in my head. Okay, putting all this stuff together. I may come back to that in a second. You were trying to escape. You were in this building, and you were trying to escape.
Oh my god, yes. I'm actually
And
trying to escape the building I'm in right now.
so, and you said all of these random people kept showing up, but a lot of these people were the closest people to you. This
Yeah.
particular issue that you were having was with a family member.
Yes. None of the
Um,
people in the dream, though.
okay, got you. But it doesn't necessarily have to be one of the people in the dream because they could be representative of this one person. Not because of the relationships that you have with them, but
Right.
because of there being a relationship as far as family members.
Yeah.
So you have all of these people who, and see, the thing is, in the dream, all of those people were people who were by your side. This person that you were having this issue with at the time is somebody who was supposed to be by your side, somebody that you looked at as someone who was part of that circle.
Wow. You are really good at this.
Thank you. I may start a podcast about this or something, you know. So then,
What you doing right now?
so you said you were running from ghosts. There was something that was going on. Of course, I don't know the entire story,
Right.
you know, with what was going on with the family member or whatever. But running from ghosts, running from something that you couldn't touch, running from something that doesn't really exist. Not that ghosts don't exist, but
And it actually resolved itself when I left it alone too.
I'm coming to that. I'm leading up to that right there.
Mm.
So, with ghosts, it's not that ghosts don't really exist because I do believe that ghosts exist. But have you ever heard the term chasing a ghost? Meaning somebody is chasing something that they're never going to get. Okay, so in this instance, it seems like the ghost was chasing you, and the ghost was trying to prevent you from uh, success. You wanted to put this song out.
Right.
You putting this song out ultimately was successful for you, but the ghost, along with the person who was supposed to be the family member, you know, supposed to be not supposed to be, that is a family member, but it's supposed to be close to you, is turning this whole situation into a ghost for you because now it's something that you can't touch. You can't make something happen with a ghost. You can't touch a ghost.
Right.
So now this song is starting to become a ghost to you. And no matter where you go, no matter how many different settings change, no matter what room you're in, and wherever you're trying to go, this ghost is chasing you. This ghost is behind you this entire time. And eventually, now you said you left the situation alone. Okay.
And it just
So
resolved itself.
eventually you get to the point where you're sick and tired of it all. And you just have to just let it out. And the best thing for you to do is just scream. That's your way of letting it go and getting all that shit out. Just scream. So you scream, you let it go, the ghost leaves. The ghost is gone at that point. So you were able in the dream to fix that situation just by getting it out, just screaming.
Yeah, because
Screaming it
I was
away.
tired. I was so tired of running. I just remember saying, fuck this.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not scared of them. And I just
Right.
turned around. Everybody was still running. And I just stopped and I turned around and I was like, ah! Like, you know, I'm just like,
Mhm.
fuck y'all. Like,
And the exact same thing happened with your music, but with that particular song, because you got tired of it. You let it go and it went away. Just like you got tired of the ghost, you let it go. And when I say let it go, you let it go. And the ghost went away. And now my job here is done. Drop the pen. You know what? I kind of like that. I think we can start doing that. I'm gonna do that with every podcast now. I'm done. I'm dropping the pen.
Drop the pen on me. His job is done. You did a great job, though. That was an awesome analysis.
Thank you. I think I kind of like this new format.
That. You did a great job. Like, you have me here thinking like shit. I'm like, oh shit. Reevaluating shit. I'm like, damn. I feel like I had a whole therapy session. I understand myself now. All this time I'm just trying to eat. You feel me? And I got to tell the devil to bitch stop playing with me. I got the red on. I had the red on in the drinks. Like, nah, you really broke it down though. That was really tight. Like I was like, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I wish you could have got to the third one. Shoot.
I know. Well, that means we're just gonna have to do another podcast. So
I know, right?
we already talked about doing another Rorschach test podcast. So, I mean, because you have so much going on, I feel like we could really do 3 podcasts.
Okay, I'm
3 of each. So I mean, we'll get back to it, and then you'll be able to share that other dream. And in between now and then, you'll probably have more dreams that.
Oh goodness, I have a lot of dreams. I just was trying to keep it, into a certain category because I be having crazy dreams too. Like I've been waking up screaming, wake up fighting, and just like, what is going on? Like, why am I fighting these people? Why am I like, waking up hitting, people? Shit is crazy.
Do you have PTSD?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay.
I grew up in the crack era.
Listen, all of us that grew up in the crack era probably have PTSD.
PTSD if you grew up in Southeast during the drug epidemic.
You
probably got it.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably got it because I'm sure you saw all kinds of things. So, okay, so I can see by the time on my screen and the weed that you're rolling that it's time to go ahead and wrap
this time to stop. That's hilarious.
Let's go ahead. It's time that we can go ahead and wrap this thing up. I just want to thank you again for doing both of these podcasts, the Rorschach Test and the While You Were Sleeping podcast. I've had a ball. It's been great. I can't wait for us to do it again.
Me neither.
So
thanks for having me.
What'd you say?
I said thank you for having me.
You're welcome. But before we get out of here, I just want you to let everybody know exactly where they can find you, how they can get in contact with you, and don't forget to plug that performance that you got coming up too.
Yes. And if you go to my YouTube channel, Lady C Lyric on YouTube, you will see an ad for the show because it's actually a flyer at the beginning of my last vlogging episode. So don't forget to check out my vlog. That is on Lady C, aka Lyrics YouTube channel. And then I have a podcast, which is Dangerously Dope. And you can actually access that right through my website, www.ladyclyric.com. And you can see my name right here on the screen, LADYCEELYRIC, and just add the .com. Okay. If you go on my website, you can find music. You'll find my podcast. It'll actually be the first thing you see is Dangerously Dope will come up. But if you go to the menu, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. You know what I mean? Like everywhere. Like all of my links are in my link bio on Instagram as well. If you want tickets to my shows, they're on my link bio on Instagram. And you can get to my link.bio/LadyC1028 by just typing that in, or you can just click the link in my bio because it's in my Instagram bio. It's pretty much in all my bios. It's in the bio on YouTube. If you go to the About section on there. And if you follow me on YouTube, make sure that you actually subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I'm about to have an episode air. They will, let you know in advance and you can, stay up to date. And also, while you're there, and you subscribe and all of that good stuff, go to the community section. I know people don't really use YouTube like that, but if you're like on your desktop using it, I know you can access the community section really easily. But if you're on your phone, there's also like a tab in the top where you just scroll over and you'll see like different ones like playlists about community. Go to the community section. I put like regular posts like I would do on Instagram there. So like if I see another YouTuber that I love, or if I'm on a show like this one, I will post it there in my community section and you can, go right to it and see it. Even when I post clips from my vlogging experiences, like I actually have a nice short clip of the last podcast we did on there, and you can go to the link in the description to go to the entire interview and see the whole Rorschach Test podcast. So it's very easy for you guys. I try to put links everywhere so you can just like click the link. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you just go in there and click the link. Like it'll be there waiting for you. I make it very user friendly.
Sounds good. And you said that show that you have is December 17th, right?
It is December 17th. That is
Okay.
International Fridays at Golf Ultra Lounge. Your girl, Lady C, will be performing, and I'm doing a special performance. So you don't want to miss this. If you missed my last three, you already missed some shit, okay? Because I've been getting it in. I just been going off the dome. I've been freestyling and shit. They can't stop me. I'm out of control, okay? I'm a loose cannon. They don't know what I might do, and I don't either. So, so I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Okay, you just gotta come and show up. So yeah, come in there and enjoy yourself. You know, it's like a really nice environment. You know, it's a good vibe at golf. I love the owner. I love the atmosphere. The bar is lit. You know, they got the hookah going in there. You know what I'm saying? Come and get you some bottles. They got the little lights like how I got back here. And it's really fun. Like seriously, like we be in there lit. And I know Honcho is performing, a whole bunch of new independents that I haven't seen yet. J Dog is going to be there. He's really good. I know the rap, my man Rock the Mic, he going to be performing. I think the Raptivist is performing this time too. And he was really good. Like he was on his political shit. He was speaking that knowledge. Okay. The fuck you trying to kick knowledge? Like, but nah, everybody gonna be in there. We gonna be lit. We gonna be doing our thing. Everybody come out and support these independent DC artists before we blow up on your asses. And then you gonna have to pay like hundreds of dollars and shit. You be like, oh, yeah, I pay $100 again. Yeah, you should have been coming to see me when it was, you know, for the low. And then I would be like, oh, they've been supporting me the whole time. Let them in my house, man. Come on back here in the VIP with me, y'all. For real. So come out now while you can. I'm like, you can get when they start having security and all that around me, I'm like, oh shit, I fucked up. I should have been in the clique already.
Yeah.
Should have been part of the entourage. Sorry.
All right, cool. All right. So I just want to thank you again for your time, for your just being vulnerable and opening up and just sharing things on both the Rorschach test and this podcast as well. And and for everybody else out there, y'all, sweet dreams.